Welcome back to Tabletop Tactics and this special battle report. We love Space Marine 2 here, and to further celebrate this awesome game, we thought we'd pit the mighty Ultramarines against the insidious Thousand Suns as a homage to the closing chapters of this epic story. Will the sons of Guilliman rise to the task, or will their souls be burned away by witchfire, proving that all is indeed dust?
Welcome to the battlefields of Demirium. Here, Marneus Calgar will launch an Ultramarines task force against the Thousand Suns. We must banish these heretics back to whence they came. So Marneus Calgar will be leading the list today, which is 2,000 points on the nose. In order to represent the heroes of Space Marine 2, we've actually taken a company heroes squad. The company champion representing Lieutenant Titus. We have Chiron and Gadriel and an ancient in there as well. So Calgar can join them and they can make one elite Death Star, which is really cool. To give them a bit of defense, I've taken a repulsor, so they will all start inside there, and that rounds those out very nicely. We've got some battle line units, 2 units of 5 intercessors, and they will be taking impulsor transports so that they can skim up the battlefield with the repulsor and unleash death as they get out of their transports. Speaking of death, we have Plasma Death. That's a unit of 10 Hellblasters led up by an Apothecary. This is my really nasty unit in this list to give covering fire to Calgar and his company heroes. We also have 2 units of 3 Eradicators, a little bit more punch support there, which will be really good at bringing down any armor that the Thousand Suns decides to bring. Then, as a little bit of my own flavor and fluff today, we have Captain Artemis. That's right, he is heading up a unit of 5 assault intercessors, and he has the honor vehement to represent his eviscerator, which he will rip and tear into, much like a flesh tearer, except he's definitely not one. He is an Ultramarine. Then, to round out the list, making it 2,000 points on the nose, we have 3 Dreadnoughts. That's 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, 1 with Macroplasma, 1 with the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, and we have 1 Ballistus Dreadnought as well. This is the ultimate fire support for Calgar and Titus to get up into the face of the Thousand Suns and bring them death. Speaking of those heretics, let's see what they have in their list.
In this battle report that is a homage to the mighty Space Marine 2, I will be in command of the villainous Thousand Suns and Imura. Yes, Imura is here. I've tried to represent him as a sorcerer on disc because I feel that's kind of how he operates in the game. So he is the warlord, he is the big bad, and he is the villain that has come here to take this relic from Demirium and open up a rift in reality to bring through as many cosmic Tzeentchian horrors as he possibly can. He will have an honor guard of 5 rubrics with flamers. They do appear every now and again, and I also want to sort of be able to protect him from any would-be heroes that want to cut him down, such as Titus and Marneus Calgar. I do then have obviously some regular battle line rubrics in this list. I have 3 units of 5. They just have the Inferno Bolters and the Soul Reaper cannons, just to give me some board presence and to also help secure this relic in the center of the battlefield. But I don't want to throw my rubrics away so easily, so we have a horde, or herd, if you will, of Zangors. I've got 30 of them to be precise, 3 units of 10 that will kind of act as my goat shield, for lack of a better word. Then also do have some heavier fire support in the form of a Hell Brute. The Hell Brute is being proxied today a little bit. It is wielding a hammer and a plasma cannon to best represent that kind of boss style enemy you get in Space Marine 2, so that's my thinking there. I also have 2 heavier units of Scarab Occult Terminators. 1 unit will have the Sorcerer in there to get some extra Cabal points and also to buff them up as much as possible. Talking of buffing things up, I also have a Zangor Shaman and a unit of Zangor Enlightened to try and keep the herds of goats in line and ensure they don't do anything foolish. And speaking of foolish, playing with the warp is a dangerous game, but Imura's gamble has been rewarded by his Tzeentchian master, for a Lord of Change is gracing the battlefield. Yes, I've allied in some Tzeentch demon units to sort of round out this list and make it as thematic as possible. I am picking a Lord of Change, mainly because it's super cool, and also it gives me something really big and scary to bear down on the Ultramarines. And, you know, if you know, you know. That is the list. It is 1995 points. An excellent year, if you ask me. And it will hopefully sever the heads of this task force of Ultramarines that have come here to steal our relic. All is dust.
All is dust.
All is blue.
And on this world, all is the warp, or at least that's what you're trying to do. Changing the ways of the reality of universe.
Yes.
Bending and manipulating them. No more, I say.
No more. I am Tzeentch, which, bear with me, I'll try to do my wicked ways. Yeah.
I can see that there is a 1,000-sun horde here ready for the justice of the Imperium to be delivered.
Yes.
So we've explained briefly the mission parameters.
Yes, yeah, just to give you some more context to that, there is but one objective. It is the relic. Ooh. We must hold the relic. Essentially, whichever player is by the objective, they could do an action, pick it up, and it's almost like capture the flag. If that unit goes down, spits it back out onto the map, and anyone can pick it up. If you're holding it at the end of the game, you will win 45 victory points, and likely the game.
Substantial.
If you're holding it in your turn, you get 5 points. You get 5. So
5 points.
It's going to be a bit of tug of war, this, I think.
It is, yeah.
So we'll see how we get on.
Okay, so right, we do need to roll to see who goes first.
Yes, we do. After you, my good sir.
For the Emperor.
A Tzeentchian trick. Ooh, maybe the Chaos Gold.
Well, you know, we were operating on the normal rules of time, and you probably have changed those rules.
I have cheated, you are correct.
First turn.
This is Operation Sandtrap, the first battle box designed for Infinity N5's new rules. Infinity is a dynamic and balanced skirmish war game with the best metal miniatures on the market, and Operation Sandtrap is about to take your gameplay to the next level. The brand new box includes everything you need to play: 14 miniatures, rulers, tokens, scenery, and 2 incredible new factions, Shinden Butai and Kestrel. Infinity N5 is the new edition of Infinity coming in November, including new rules and adjustments without modifying the classic essence of the game. Infinity is a consolidated and tested game, so don't expect big changes, but N5 is here to make the game even more dynamic and heroic than ever before. When you pre-order the Operation Sandtrap bundle, not only will you get the entire battle box and the M5 lore book, you'll also get 2 exclusive limited edition miniatures: Yamabushi, which is available exclusively as part of the Operation Sandtrap box, and Corsan, which can only be acquired by pre-order. Operation Sandtrap comes with everything you need to get into Infinity N5. So check out the link in the description or scan this QR code to join the battle. Cabal dice have been generated and the Zangors advance forward, determined to prove to these rubrics that they are worthy. The second unit of Zangors advances forward as well, utilizing the ruins to gain some cover. The Zangor Enlightened move forward to fire their fate-cast great bows at some Eradicators. More goats move up behind the ruin, followed by their rubric masters. These rubrics head into the ruins of the quite literally ruined ground. This squad of Marines heads up to the wall to stay protected from any potential hell blasters, and Imra and his unit of flamers do the same, waiting to pounce and outmaneuver the Ultramarines with this flanking position. The Lord of Change takes flight and heads forward towards the central relic. The Hellbrute and then the Pink Horrors move up in support of this Demon Lord. Start of the shooting phase, and it's a little bit more movement because I'm spending 5 Cabal points on Temporal Surge. So the Zangor can move towards the objective. They can't quite get in range to steal it just yet, but I want to apply some pressure onto the Ultramarines. Only one little bit of shooting.
Okay.
It turns out all my guns are quite mid-range.
Yep.
And I've been a little bit cagey. Except for the goats have temporal resurged into the middle.
Yeah, but you're in range of the relic?
I'm not quite in range.
You have to be within 1 inch, do you?
I have
or
to be
3
within
inches?
1 inch to be able to do the action.
Okay, it's 1 inch.
But I'm threatening
then
it.
you would have picked it up.
So you come towards me and then I can pounce like a tiger or a big goat man. Anyway, speaking of big goat men, I am going to use the Zangor Enlightened to shoot your eradicators with my Fate Weaver Great Bows.
Okay.
We'll be hitting on 3s because the Shaman in the squad, which is very nice.
Is there an AP on this?
AP 1.
Okay.
Are you wanting to armor contempt or anything of the sort?
Is there damage on this?
Yes, believe it or not. Damage 2. You are 3 wounds, a toughness 6, I believe, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do wound you once.
Okay.
Single wound, -1 damage 2. I will not kill one, but I will disrupt
-1 damage
one's
2,
aim.
but I'm in cover, so I save on a 5 anyway.
Very nicely done.
Hey, one of your enlightened bows is not so enlightened.
He's not so enlightened. That is my turn.
Okay.
A devastating opening salvo. I have ruined your ceramites. You'll never get that dent out.
No. We'll be going into my turn. I'm not sure I'll be able to secure the relic in the first turn either, but I will give it a red hot go. Okay. The Oath of Moment has been declared. The Abomination, which is the Lord of Change, has been declared as the target. I won't be able to shoot too much at it this time because the changing warp-infested nature of this this reality is blocking line of sight here. These are all blocking countless ruins. So I'll be able to draw a couple of beads, but it's going to be tight. Let's get some moving happening. I'm not going to use any doctrines either. I'm going to save them. Ballistus Dreadnought smashes through the wall, enters the ruin, so he can draw beads. The Impulsor gets me to here, and then the Intercessor Squad gets out. So I do get within 1 inch, and they will attempt to pick the relic up before being in action. The Repulsor, with no less than Manius Calgar, comes around the corner of the ruin. On the left flank, Impulsor comes skimming round here. The Redemptor smashes through this wall, does manage to get just within the ruin here to look through the doorway. The Hellblasters, largely out of position, advance and take a foothold within this ruin. The Eradicators, not being able to get into range with anything this turn, advance into the ruin, taking up firing positions. Emerging from behind the building, the Redemptor stomps forward and looks upon the Enlightened Ones. This Eradicator unit also moves forwards, trying to take up firing positions within the ruin. We're opening with the Redemptor. Some fire has already taken place against the Zangor Enlightened. The Icarus rocket pod has actually killed one.
Has indeed.
The Onslaught Gatling Cannon and Stormbolter has taken a wound from another. It's now macro plasma time. We're not overcharging. Just the 3 shots, unfortunately. Woo. 1 for each remaining. 2 hits.
Okay.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, you say?
To be on to your invulnerable
The power of
saves. That is damage to a pop, sir.
Damage to a pop. I do have a
That
sort
is
of
damage
pain
to a
because
pop,
the
sir.
Shaman in the unit. Ooh!
One's got 1 wound left, so that would have killed him.
Yeah, would have killed him.
Okay.
The last one. Can he be a bastion of chaos?
Oh, he
No,
kills
can't.
2, but you've still got 1 of the Enlightened alive.
It's just the Shaman.
Oh, it's just the Shaman, that's
They
right.
were kind of his meat shields. That's why he put them on discs and put them out in front of him.
Nice. My Impulsor on my left flank opens up with a myriad of assault bolters from the firing deck, the Bellicatus missile array, and the heavy stubber and the storm bolters, killing 8 of those Zangor.
Say the goats.
Incredibly, this Impulsor gives covering fire to the Intercessors trying to pick up the relic, but fails to draw a bead on the 2 remaining Zangor. They're still alive. Now open with the Redemptor in the ruins. The Storm Bolters have actually gunned down the 2 remaining Zangor, so finally got them. It's now heavy onslaught Gatling cannon time into the big Zangor mob in the ruins, along with an Icarus rocket pod. Okay, so we're hitting here on 3s, and then strength 5. But hoping for some devastating. No devastating there. That is 5 wounds, sir. 5 wounds. You will be in cover.
I will be indeed. Hup. Oh, it's made no difference so far.
Despite that, 5 are gunned down. Then an Icarus rocket pod. Just the 1 shot. Hits. Wounds.
-2 to be my invuln. Oh, another one is
He kills
met
another.
a grisly demise.
Very cool. we come to Calgar's repulsor.
Oh, hello!
The command tank of this task force. So the twin heavy bolter will be firing at the goats within the ruin. And the defensive ray is actually out of range. The lad's talon will go for our Oath of Moment abomination.
Cheeky!
Let's begin with the heavy bolters.
Oh, that's a lot of sustains!
Thank you. Sustain. Objective?
You're
sustain.
welcome.
That is 2 wounds on the goats. Minus
2
1
wounds on the
AP,
goats.
Oh, it's twin linked.
It is twin linked.
That is 4 wounds on the goats.
Oh no, my goats!
4 wounds on the goats.
I save 1.
Yeah, 3. That's right.
Already
Minus one.
slain.
Nasty. Okay, we have a Las Talon, sir, on the abomination. Laser Talon. That is a hit.
There's a hit. Will be forced to wound the abomination.
Talon. It is a failed wound on the abomination. We're not finished yet, heretic. The Las Talon actually has 2 shots. The second of our high-powered rounds hits straight between the eyes and wounds.
A foul omen. Oh, it does go through.
It goes through. Oh my goodness. Okay, so damage. And it's 4 damage. Okay, so 3 plus 1 is 4. We're going to move straight on to the Ballistus Dreadnought. Okay, he's in the ruin here. Got a bead up past my repulsor into the creature's maws.
Okay.
First of all, have the crack missile. Oath of Moment.
Oath of
luckily.
Moment.
Oath of Moments. That could have been a problem. 1 hit only.
Hit.
Okay.
5 to wound me here?
Yeah, a 4-wheel.
Strength 9?
Oh no, we are strength 10.
Oh, okay, a 4
Ballistus
will do
missile
it.
launcher is strength 10.
I do save that.
Okay,
Yes.
and then we have the twin laser cannon or Ballistus Las cannon. And that is Oath of Moment. That's 2 hits. This is strength 12.
Oh.
That is 2 wounds, I'm afraid.
Hey up. Oh, I'm going to spend a CP.
Oh,
I only
it's
saved
D6
1.
plus 1 damage. It's 5 damage.
Respectable, you know.
Okay, so 5 plus 4. I've taken 9 wounds this turn, but the abomination lives. Okay. The opening salvos have been relatively effective.
It's been good,
There are
it's
lots
been
of
good.
dead goats, and my intercessors have now completed that action. We are officially holding the relic. If we continue to be holding it at the end of my next command phase, I will score 5 points.
Could be a problem for me.
I don't want to alarm you, heretic, but I am currently holding all of the cards. It's now up to you to take them from me.
Okay. Chasing after the relic, the Lord of Change takes flight and heads towards the unfortunate intercessors. The much beleaguered goats press forth to avenge their fallen goat brethren. The Hellbrute moves forward to draw a bead and get its plasma cannon in range of some eradicators. These rubrics then head up behind the ruin to keep themselves safe, but move towards the objective. These goats then advance into the ruins, hiding themselves in the corner and the shadows of this once great cathedral. The rubrics move forward around the corner to draw bead onto a myriad of foes. Imura's unit move into the safety of the ruins, moving their flamers up the board towards the relic. The pink horrors advance forward, eager to chase their lord and master and hunt down these Ultramarines. Reinforcements have arrived for the Thousand Suns, and a trap has been sprung. It was bait, the relic. Ha ha! We left it there millennia ago.
Nothing matters except the relic, heretic.
Doombolt! The sorcerer from this Terminator unit is going to Doombolt into the Hell Blasters.
Okay. But I can shoot you back, right?
No! The FAQ protects me from such wicked wizardry of the Hell Blasters.
Fair enough.
The Doombolt. Oh, it winked at me, but it's not quite a 6. That is D3 plus 3 mortal wounds, though. It's 4 mortal wounds.
That will kill 2 of the
will.
Hellblasters who cannot fire back upon
They
you.
cannot.
Okay.
There's a few things going on here that all pertains to this Terminator unit. I am spending 2 CP, and the majority of all of their fire is going into the Hellblasters, but the coruscating flames from the Terminator Sorcerer Lord will go into the Impulsor. It's got some fun abilities.
Okay.
Now, I'm spending a CP on Devastating Sorcery, which means I can rerun my hits and my wound rolls. Then I'm spending a secondary CP on Ensorcelled Infusion. That means all of my bolters become psychic weapons. So they go together. So the psychic weapons that benefit from the rerolls benefits my bolters. So all of my psychic bolters, there's lots of mastery of the dark arts, are all going into your Hellblasters.
And your AP is -1?
My AP is -1. I am
cover.
strength 5 now, and I also have sustained and lethal. Okay. So I'm going to roll a lot of dice that will come back in for some saves. Between the combi bolters and the Soul Reaper cannon, I've done a total of 21 wounds.
Yes, you have.
And a devastating wound.
Yeah, on that Soul Reaper cannon, that's right. So 1 wound's down already, 21 saves.
All at -1.
I am in cover, so we're looking for 3s. That's 1 dead. That's 2 dead. That's 3 dead. That's 4 dead on the button. Okay, we've lost 4. We will get to roll to hit you back, but I know you have some more firepower.
I have my Warp Smite as this unit, the Hellfire and the Coruscator will be going into the Impulsor. The Warp Smite to hit you. It does hit you all the time.
No lethals,
no lethals or sustained. This is anti-infantry 4 and devastating wounds, I'll have you know.
This is on the Impulsor though.
No, this is on your Blasters. And when we get to re-roll these, because there is a psychic attack.
And is it devastating wounds?
It is indeed.
So
you
damage?
have been devastated twice, and this is just 1 damage. That should finish off another
Okay, so it should finish off another. Okay, so that's 5 dead so far. And 1's lost a wound. Is that the firepower finish?
That's the firepower into them. I have firepower into Impulsor, but you may now retort with your Hellblasters.
Okay. 5 of them shooting back. 5 of them. I said 5 of them shooting back.
How dare you!
Honour the chapter. Right, we're going to do 10 hazardous shots. Full charge, super power, Super Saiyan, back into the Terminators that have unleashed this hell.
Power of the Warp will protect me. Maybe.
Oh, that's nice.
These are -1 to wound because they have a character model in there.
I cannot. I cannot. Right, so it would be forced to wound. So that's 4 wounds. Please make your invulnerable saves.
Power of Siege.
Invulnerable saves.
I make 2, but 2 go through, so that will
1 Terminator is obliterated.
Not a bad trait. Not a bad trait. I'm nearly done with my firepower from the Scarab Occult Terminators. 50 out of 10, eh? The Hellfire Missile Rack into your Impulsor. Okay. This is not a psychic weapon, so it does only hit you the once. No lethals or anything to contend with. It is a single wound, because you are toughness 10 as an Impulsor.
And toughness 9 as an
okay, so it is a wound. Either way, -2 and damage 3. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. I will now use my Coruscating Flames. Okay. This will be lethal and sustained, and rerolling hits, and rerolling wounds. A lot of things to contend with.
That's a lot of rolls.
So that will be a lethal and 1 sustained, but I can reroll that 1, and let me resolve that in a second, into a 1. That's fine.
It's still sustained, so that's fine.
I can reroll my wounds!
Oh.
So that will be
devastating.
They're both devastating, yes. So they will be
so 4 damage.
4 damage, and then there is a lethal for you to save against. Yes.
4 damage so far. Oh, I save on a 6. The Astartes armor. Yes.
The next unit of Terminators has been quite successful as well. The leader of the unit, or the sergeant, the sorcerer, has done 2 bits of damage to the Impulsor with the Warp Smite, and then I've got 2 wounds through with the Hellfire. You've got 5 wounds. That could be 6 damage.
AP?
-2.
I save one, I'm afraid. I save one, I'm afraid.
Scoundrel! This unit of Ultramarines by the building also shoot at the Impulsor, trying to open up its hull, but only get 1 wound through with the devastating wound from the Soul Reaper cannon. Exalted Sorcerer Imra tries his hand dealing with the Impulsor, but unfortunately, another 6 to save was rolled. The lead rubric in this unit tried to be the hero and deal with the Impulsor, but the bolt round clanged off the armor. The Hellbrute, on the other hand, shot its plasma cannon at the intercessors in the middle and melted 1 into blue goo. Lord of Change now. Your pesky Impulsor is still alive. So the Rod of Sorcery will be going into the Impulsor, but the Bolt of Change will be going into your Hellblasters. And because of the Master of Magics, I am picking Ignore's cover, because I assume you're going to do some sort of Armor of Contempt or something, are you?
Yeah, 1 CP, Armor of Contempt.
I can't really complain. I used quite a lot of stratagems earlier, so it's allowed. The Rod of Sorcery into your Impulsor. It will be strength 9 currently, because of his Demon Lord Zinchora.
I got it.
I do hit you all the time.
Yep.
I don't get anything on that one. That's just regular masterful magics. That is 3 wounds. These are at -1.
So just 3 4-ups are required on the Impulsor to survive.
You dare. Oh, he dead. He dead. He dead. Right, okay. The bolt of change.
Okay.
Will it change my chances?
Into the Hellblasters?
Into the Hellblasters,
Okay.
yeah.
They've got Armour of Contempt.
They do have Armour of Contempt, so I'm hitting on 2s, but we'll be ignoring cover, which is very nice. I will be wounding you on 2s as well.
Do you get sustained or anything like that?
No, I've opted to ignore cover. I could have gone for sustained D3
okay.
or lethal, but I figured I want to make sure if I do hurt you, I hurt you in a big way. That will be 2, 4, 6 wounds at -2.
But
-2. You have your
-1. Okay.
Yes, because of your Armour of Contempt.
So again, 4
up
up saves are required.
Please, please.
Damage?
It's D3.
Okay, 2 go through. 2 go through.
2 go through.
But what do they do?
D3 damage. The first one
Kills 1.
The second one does kill 1. Okay.
Very nice. Do they fire back?
You've got 1 more in the apothecary.
I do. They both fire back, and they will be firing upon the Abomination, which is the Lord of Change.
I'm the Abomination, am I?
Yes, yes.
I am toughness 10.
Okay, that's all 4 hits, I'm afraid to say.
I am toughness 10.
I'm strength less than that.
I am toughness 10.
That's 1 wound, I'm afraid to say.
Okay. Zinch.
That's 2 damage, I'm
It's
afraid
2
to say.
damage.
Okay, we've taken our piece of wing this day. Back to the Immaterium with you, sir.
We move on to the charge phase, and the Lord of Change moves in, as do the Zangor into the intercessors in the middle.
My relic!
I want it back, thank you very much. But there is another important charge, 2 more important charges. It is a 10 for the Terminators to reach your apothecary.
Ooh.
I will also try the Terminators into the Impulsor.
Yep. Oh, well done.
Oh, they do make
Okay.
And the Dark Gods. The Lord of Change is going to open up this combat phase by opening up the souls of your intercessors with the Staff of Zinch.
Okay.
Okay, look, he's book smart, not street smart, okay? He hits you twice. It's all going to be fine, everybody. He does wound you both times, though. These are at -1.
He's only -1?
He's damage 3.
My armour is not in contempt. You do kill 2 of those intercessors.
I do kill 2 of them.
Okay.
The Scarab Occult Terminators do succeed in opening up the Impulsor, but they hit it so hard it exploded. I did take a wound for my troubles, and also gave a wound to the exiting intercessors. An eye for an eye. The Zangors leap into the fray, but only manage a wound from the intercessors.
And in return, the Astartes pull their combat blades and drive them deep into goat hearts.
The Terminators did consolidate into the intercessors over here after beating up the Impulsor. You tried to punch me back, but to no avail. That is the end of my turn.
Yeah.
You still have the relic.
I do. You have
Very
to kill the
cheeky.
unit for me to drop the relic.
Yeah, but that's a pretty heroic last stand for those 2 intercessors dealing with a
Cutting
greater
down
demon.
those 3 goats as well. Pretty
So
epic
cool.
stuff.
Yes, it will be over to you now. I
Yeah.
feel your vengeance will be swift.
Yeah, well, I can hear some powered gauntlets charging up. We're in the command phase. We're going to put the Oath of Moment on the Lord of Change, because that is narratively, I imagine, the target that we would want to bring down. We will then go into Tactical Doctrine.
Very nice.
The Astartes must be prudent, we must be clever, we must fall back and still be able to shoot. The Intercessors fall back in Tactical Doctrine and also bring the relic with them. This Impulsor, here we go. The unit will disembark. Company heroes, Titus, Chiron, Gadriel, and the Ancient moving forward with their liege lord, Calgar. The Redemptor moves forward. These Eradicators smash through the wall here, but only one will be able to see, draw line of sight past this twisted Zinchian landscape, and then the second Eradicator unit will also move through, however they'll all be able to draw beads. Hellblaster gets revived with the Apothecary, and it falls back to just within inside this wall here, and the Redemptor Well, actually, no. Then we'll fall back with these intercessors, because we're in our tactical doctrine. And then the Redemptor moves through the ruin this way, appearing here. We're going to open up with the unit. Calgar's unit. So Titus and friends. So Chiron will be opening up with his heavy bolter. The Gauntlets of Ultramar will be opening up, and Gadriel's mastercrafted bolter will also be firing all into those horrors. I imagine they'll be gunning the horrors down as they come in. So let's open with the Gauntlets of Ultramar. 4 shots. Okay, that's 3 hits.
Oh, okay, okay.
And to wound you, 3s. Just the 2 wounds there. All twin linked. 3 wounds, sir. 3 wounds.
Oh, you gunned down 2.
I've got guns down 2. We then have Chiron's heavy bolter. This is sustained 2. 3 shots. No sustained, unfortunately, but all 3 hit. He actually hits on 3s.
Oh, what weapon?
To wound you. Yeah, the company heroes are really fun. That is 2 wounds, sir.
Oh, I saved 1, but another one is
that's another one dead. And then we have Gadriel's mastercrafted bolt rifle, which is not in rapid fire, but there's still 2 shots.
Oh,
hit. And that is devastating wounds, so another one is
Oh, nice. Right, I've got 4 dice here. Will any be turned into blue horrors?
Is it on 4s? Oh, no blue horrors. Our shots were true. Under the command of Calgar, the Redemptor Dreadnought levels his macroplasma, the Icarus rocket pod, the Storm Bolters, and the Onslaught Gatling cannon into the remaining horrors, destroying the abominations. The Impulsor lets rip with all of its weapons into the ruins, but the ruins actually provide decent cover, and only 1 of the Zangor are killed. The Eradicators. Bring the abomination down! Right, now 3 in a line can see you, and 1 from this squad can see you. Because of course this shifting landscape here does block all line of sight.
The teeth are moving and grating on each other.
I'm actually just going to roll all 4 of these at the same time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because they've got no other target, they can't see anything else. Melter. Okay, we're re-rolling everything. Just, total obliteration. It's a miss anyway.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the one here. The landscape shifts.
Yeah, a bit of bone comes out. Oh.
Makes sense. Okay, to wound you, your toughness?
Toughness 10.
I have wounded you twice, I'm afraid. I'm going to re-roll this one because I get to do that.
You do?
Battle
Omen.
Hey!
Two go through.
Okay. Is that 7 wounds you got left there? Yep.
I have 7 wounds.
I've got 26 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds.
Oh,
he is melted.
No. No.
The repulsor has opened up, its las talons sadly out of range, but the heavy bolter managed to gun down 1 of the rubricae, blanking the building. The Hellblasters unleash burning plasma along with the Intercessor's bolt rounds, and then finally the Redemptor's storm bolter all into those rubricae terminators, only inflicting 1 wound. The Redemptor's Onslaught Gatling cannons are going to both fire at the same time into those rubric terminators. Because you're -1 to wound for the heavy one, it all ends up being the same.
Oh, comes out in a wash.
Oh, that's real nice.
That's
now if I could roll that
nice.
again, because 6 is a devastating.
Oh, you devil.
6 is a devastating. 6 is a devastating. Oh! That's 2 devastating wounds.
Well, Well, I have to do my saves
and
first.
And you need to make 3 saves as well.
3 saves. Well, I'll do
3
the
saves
3
as well,
saves.
please. 3 saves as well, please.
I do make my
You
save,
make
but
those,
you do
but that is
finish
still
off the Terminator wounded
2
now.
devastating wounds. And then an Icarus rocket pod. That's 2 hits.
Oh.
Or 2 shots. I said it was 2 hits. -1 to wound. That's 1 wound. That's one save.
That is one save. You have killed a Terminator wounded one, though.
I have. Right, we have the Ballistus Dreadnought. He levels the Ballistus las cannon and the Ballistus rocket launcher.
Remove my
It's all in the name.
shield.
2 crack missiles into your Hellbrute, sir.
Like the crack team you've got there.
Excuse me. I get to re-roll the hit. You're at full strength.
Okay.
That's 2 hits.
I'm toughness 9.
I'm strength 10. That's 1 wound.
It is 1 wound. It is!
It's effectively -1 because you got cover.
Okay.
We have the Ballista Las Cannon, My Dream is Alive.
Your dream is alive.
Let me dream
My
a
dreams are
dream.
well
That's
too.
2 hits.
It is 2 hits.
I'm straight to 12.
You are.
That's 2 wounds.
Oh, that's not good.
This is effectively -2
Oh,
because of cover.
4-up save.
It's effectively
effectively.
-2.
I make 1, but 1 does go through.
So if I roll a 6, I'll leave you on 1 wound remaining, because I'm D6 plus 1 damage.
That is the... Well, it's sort of like a 6.
The Redemptor begins the charge phase. He cannot fail. He stomps into the Rubricae Terminators. But that is not all. Calgar, with the Abomination dead before him at the commanding fire, he then turns his attention to those Terminators and also leads the charge with no less than Titus. Oh! It's the best day of my life. This day can only be improved. This royal day, this day of the Emperor,
It's royal
this day of
day.
kings, can only be improved by Captain Artemis making his charge. Ooh, the head of the Assault Marines. He's on 11 as well! Artemis!
It is a royal day!
Paving the way. The Victrix Honor Guard draw their blades. They're going to cut down the guards,
Oh, they might!
leaving the sergeant alive for Calgar.
Because you're using the...
1 CP on Honor the Chapter. So I've got Lance, which is, well, in this instance, will allow me to wound you on 3s.
I shouldn't be so excited about this. Oh!
Now, I don't have re-rolls or anything here, per se, okay?
You might not need it.
I'm wounding you on 3s, I'm afraid to say. Okay?
Yeah, Victrix on the
I'm
guard!
following along at home. I dropped 3 of them. That's 4 wounds. Okay, you
Oh! You
that will kill one. So
You
1
kill
blade
one.
goes through the armor. Okay, we then have Mr. Calgar. He hits every single time.
Yes, he does.
Now, right, I'm only wounding you here on
3s.
Still
Still because of the Honor the Chapter.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, the old gauntlets are twin linked.
Yep, it's okay, it's okay. Oh.
6 wounds. This Calgar's an absolute weapon. Oh my goodness.
James Jordan's an absolute weapon.
Oh my goodness, what are you, Zingian Devil? Okay, so that means only one of you is smashed in the face. Crack. Okay, unfortunately.
2 left, there's 2
no,
left.
I have Titus, please.
Okay.
You know, the hero of Space Marine 2.
I do remember
Hello?
him. I remember him
okay,
well.
so he's got a mastercrafted power weapon. He does have 6 attacks.
Very nice.
I'm starting to get very nervous. He hits you many times.
Oh, he does. He's a
He will
company
be
champion.
wounding you on 3s because he is strength 5, but with the lance offsetting.
Oh, go on, Titus.
Come on, Titus. Oh, Titus wounds you 5 times.
What's the AP here?
It's -2, so you're on to your invons. What are you? Unbelievably, Chiron and Gadriel failed to do anything. You're gonna have to see if the Redemptor can redeem that travesty. Rolling to hit.
Oh.
Right, there's 1 for each of you. So don't get too comfortable yet. That's only 1. Oh, I might have to use a command point. I've got 1 more command point for a wound. I'm gonna use a command point. The Redemptor wins both of you. Please just fail both of the invulnerable saves. You only failed 1! That means the sergeant's alive!
He's the sorcerer. He's like, it's magic floating around him.
Outrageous! Turn from the best day of my life into the worst day.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Artemis is actually going to show Calgar and Titus how it's actually done, because Artemis is my favourite Ultramarine character.
They were fighting Scarab Occult Terminators, to be fair.
Never forgive, never forget. Right, Artemis, right, first of all, we've got Hammer of Wrath. So I've got 4,
very nice.
I'm doing it on the Master of the Ghost.
Zangle
there.
Go Shaman.
Yeah, so I've got 4 in engagement range. You take a mortal wound.
I take a mortal wound, I'll take it.
Take a mortal wound.
Yep.
Okay.
Take it.
Then what I'm going to do is Artemis's attacks on the goat.
Oh.
Artemis. He's got armed with the Honor Vehemence, for those of you sports fans.
I don't have to
which
feel no
is
pain anymore because I'm not leading a unit.
extra attack there.
Shot them.
What is your toughness?
4.
Your toughness is 4. Well, actually, incredibly, only wounds you twice.
Oh, he wound me twice?
I only wound you
Is it a
twice.
power fist he's equipped, or a mastercrafted power weapon?
It's the relic weapon.
Oh, I see, yes.
So,
Well, what's the damage of said relic weapon?
it is damage 2, so I believe I've killed you.
You've cut me in half.
Yes, so Artemis did exactly what he needed to do. We then have the Assault Intercessors themselves. I will grab some dice for those and let you know what happened. With a flurry of chainswords and the smashing of a gauntleted power fist, 2 more of the Rubricae are destroyed. Alas though, there's still 3 left.
The Rubrics try to have sweet revenge for their goat shaman. They did nothing to the Assault Intercessors. However, the Thousand Suns sorcerer for the Scarab Occult Terminators did do a wound to the ancient of the company heroes.
Well, it was a mixed turn. Whilst the abomination of the Lord of Change has been banished back to the warp, and we do indeed still hold the valuable relic, we have failed to kill that many of the Terminators. And fortunately, a large warp fire flame throwing death unit is about to emerge. So that everything will be fine.
Imura, having haunted the shadows of this building, bursts forward, points at the company command squad. They are mine. Leaving the chapter master to their sorcerer, these Terminators move through this very awful-looking ruin that might kill them, but they will charge the Hellblasters and move towards the relic to claim it for the Thousand Suns. The Hellbrute stomps forward to draw a bead onto the Eradicators. The goats in the ruin move out of it towards the relic so they can steal it and claim the heads of those intercessors. The Rubrics disengage from combat, and their brothers over here support them by moving forward to deal with the late arrivals. These Rubric Marines then move up in support of Imura. Laughing as he does so, the sorcerer tells Calgar, "You have fallen into our trap." Imura's unit will open the shooting phase, shooting all of their fire into Calgar and the company of heroes. Now, I do have 9 Cabal dice, I'm afraid.
Right.
So it's just enough for me to do a twist of fate. It has changed slightly, so you will get your armor save, but it means I get extra AP 2 on these attacks.
Armor of Contempt.
Yeah, that probably is lies. There will still be winning on 5s here, but I can re-roll 1s innately.
Oh, and I'm toughness 5. I should be a -1 to wound, but I'm not apparently because of the FAQ. So I get +1 to my toughness. Does that affect you at all?
That's why he wins on 5s.
That's why you win on 5s.
But that's good to know. Thank you.
Yes.
It's quite hot, this fire.
Oh.
Oh, it's gone very well. Very good, that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds.
I get saves
The 6s
here.
will
3,
technically
6,
be -3. So the
Right, let me
6s
do
here.
those separately then.
So 5 of those will be 6s to save.
Right,
4 of
5 or
those.
6 is to save. 5 or 6 is to save, of which I saved 1.
Very nice.
That's 4 that have failed so far. And then the others, excuse me.
That
how
was
many?
4.
How many?
4.
4.
The others.
4?
4.
4 on 5s? Right, so that means that 8 wounds have gone through.
8 wounds
That
have gone
unfortunately
through.
means that the ancient perishes, and unfortunately next Gadriel will perish.
Well, let me gather Imura's down.
Okay.
Imura, the exalted sorcerer, is going to use his arcane fire. I did only roll a 2 with his arcane fire, though. He wounds you once on the coast.
3, does he?
Yes, this is -3 because of your armor of contempt.
It would normally be -4.
Yeah, well, because of all the bits going on here.
Oh, Chiron, how many? What's the damage?
D3.
Okay, it could kill Chiron as well. It does kill Chiron as well. Oh, you dirty Thousand Son. Oh.
The Hellbrute endeavoured to shoot its plasma cannon at Eradicators, but missed. However, the Rubrics, in support of their brothers over on the far flank, did manage to bring down an Assault Intercessor with Jump Pack. Erupting with Inferno weapons as they move towards the Hellblasters, all the Inferno bullets managed to kill 2 Intercessors and wound another before the coruscating flames did 4 damage to the Redemptor Dreadnought. Now, I was a bit cheeky. I got a bit greedy, you see. I assumed these guys were going to tidy up a lot of this flank. They didn't.
You are doing some serious
I'm doing some bits. Look, I'm a happy clown. But the Rubric Marines here are now going to try and gun down Titus.
There you go.
He is still twisted by his
Tyron
fate.
and Gadriel fallen at his feet.
Finish it for us, brother.
We'll have a Medicaid stim soon.
Oh yeah, the Inferno bolt guns.
Yes.
Do hit you all the time. With 5s to wound you with the Inferno bolt guns.
Yeah, because we do have the plus. Well, ready.
It's 1 wound.
One,
wound. This will technically be at -2 currently because the armor of
Still have
contempt and
armor
the
of
twist of fate and
contempt.
all the various bits happening all at once.
Are you -2 or -3? Well, I roll a 1 anyway.
Oh, okay. So you'll take 1 pop of damage.
Okay. Titus is still standing.
The Soul Reaper cannon. There's wounding you on 3s here. Okay, misses you twice. Wounding you on 3s. Wounding you on 3s.
So that's 1 for each wound that Titus has remaining.
Yes.
Minus?
Minus is 2 here again, I believe.
Okay. Titus!
Oh, Titus! Yeah. What a weapon! However.
What?
Warp Smite.
What?
I have a Warp Smite from the Sorcerer. Now, I don't alarm you, but this is anti-infantry 4 and devastating wounds.
Whenever people say smite, I get echoes of previous editions.
Smite,
My voice starts going very high. What does that mean?
I mean, I've also picked Sustain for my psychic attacks this turn.
I'm afraid you didn't mention that, so I'll just have to ignore it.
I'm terribly sorry.
Okay.
I'm terribly sorry.
Right, what does that mean?
That means
What's your strength?
my strength is 4, but it's anti-infantry 4.
Oh, okay. Is it devastating?
It is devastating.
That kills Titus.
And I believe it will deal with the Victrix Honor Guard.
What's your damage?
Oh, my damage? It won't deal with the Victrix Honor Guard.
I believe Titus is enough. You dirty thousand son! How dare you!
I thought it was.
How dare you!
I thought it was a deal.
Go speak to your daddy Magnus.
So my shooting time. It's now the charge phase.
Yeah.
Having snuck round the back of the Redemptor, the goats are making a daring charge into the intercessors. I have a reroll charge.
Yes, they do have that inbuilt.
They do with the Bray Horn.
Oh! Okay, exactly what you needed.
Exactly what I needed, all right? That will get them in, which is very nice. I then have some other charges. I do have a Hellbrute into the Impulsor. Okay. He might just be in on a 7.
I think you've made it.
It's all coming up.
You've made it.
And then I need the 5 of my Terminators into the Hellblasters.
Okay.
I'll finish them once and for all. They do make it in. Right. Death to the Corpse God. The goats fall upon their prey.
Relic.
What's happened? Where have they come from? So I've got quite a few attacks here. I need to secure this relic, or at least get you to drop it. Yep. Okay, look. They're not Astartes. They're just humble goat men.
I've only got 3 wounds left.
You do only have 3 wounds left.
Both of them, though, yeah. And you are strength 5 now?
I am strength 5. That would be 2.
That's 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
I didn't have a CP for anything, like Armor of Contempt. 6 wounds, you say? 6 wounds. You've killed them.
I have killed them. The relic
means
launches.
the relic is dropped.
It cuts out.
The relic is dropped. Titus is dead.
Falling upon their prey, the Scarab Occult Terminators eviscerate the last 2 Hellblasters, but the Sorcerer does not claim the prize of the Apothecary.
No, my gene seed. Recover it. And I did, in fact, roll a 5, meaning that I did get gene seed recovery. I've got a CP up my sleeve.
Well, I have a Hellbrute Fist. Not Hellbrute Fist, a Hellbrute Hammer, where my fist usually is. I don't think we've used this.
At the end of your sleeve.
At the end of my sleeve. This is what they're equipped with in the game, so I figured that would be cool to show. I don't think it's been done in a while. That's probably why. I hit you twice.
2 hits there. Fresh impulse.
This will be 3s to wound you because it's strength 14.
Yep.
That'll be 2 wounds and -3, please.
-3, is it?
Yeah.
-3.
-3.
Both fail.
Both fail.
Okay.
This
damage.
is D6 plus 1 each.
Oh, that's very interesting. Oh my goodness, that's 12 damage. Do I blow up? Yeah!
Oh no, my Hellbrute.
That's D3 mortal wounds on your Hellbrute.
Oh, D3. Okay. Oh, okay. Respectable.
That's D3 mortal wounds on my Redemptor. And I am...
Might clip a goat. You do clip a...
No, I'm just out of
just
range.
out. Very
I
well.
Whisker.
Whisker. A devastating retort for the Thousand Suns.
It really was.
The goats have hunted down the intercessors, and the relic is now on the floor. If you don't recover it, I could steal it from you.
So I'm currently in the lead by 5 points. But whoever holds a relic at the end of the game does get 45 points.
Yes, indeed. Whoever's nearest the relic at the end of the game always gets 15. So hopefully those goats will live long...
20, I think, actually.
20. Live long, prosperous lives, those goats.
Okay, so, well, you know, wow, this is unpleasant. I think I'm just going to go running into the fire of your Overwatch because that's what Calgar would do. Okay, all right, let's do some command stuff.
Yes.
Okay, it's the command phase. Calgar turns his honor guard's attention to Imra himself. Narratively, it makes sense. My oath at the moment is Imra and
That
friends.
makes sense.
I will go into, weirdly, the Devastator Doctrine, because
Makes
the Assault
sense.
Doctrine doesn't sort of make... Actually, no, you know what? I am going to go into the Assault Doctrine.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Have
we'll
plans.
see what happens.
Okay.
I have plans. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's do some movement now. Imra!
This'll be your doom, Manius Calgar. I am, of course, spending a CP to Overwatch.
We're going to be on 5s.
I'm running on 5s. Look, it's not bad, but it's also not brilliant. That is 3 at -1.
Oh, it's only 3?
And 2 at -2.
All right, so 2 at what? I've got invulnerable saves.
You do indeed.
So this is all the same. So 5 wounds, and the Victrix Honor Guard are 3 wounds a pop, so actually...
They're heroes.
Right, one of them dies in burning warp fire.
Now, I do have
Incinerated.
Imra.
Okay,
I don't want to alarm you.
yeah,
But on his D6, I rolled 1.
okay.
So he has a 1. It fails to wound.
He fails to wound.
Yep, he was wounding you on a 4 there. Oh no.
Okay, so just one Victrix Honor Guard slain.
Yep.
We can live with that. And you can't Overwatch again.
No.
Oh, yes. Hello, little corrupted brother.
It's not quite as spectacular as it is in the video game, but it'll do.
This repulsor. These Eradicators will move this way towards the Terminators. The Apothecary will fall back. This unit will move to surround this Sorcerer. These Eradicators will also move this way, getting into melter range. We begin the shooting phase with the Eradicators. So the rear unit will be firing into the Terminators in the ruin.
Nice.
We're looking to reduce them to molten slag. That's 2
Nice.
hits. That's 1 wound.
1 wound.
You are unfortunately -1 to wounds and yeah.
Oh, that does go through.
It's at melter range here, so I believe that's just going to be 1 dead because it's melter 2.
You turn one to glass. No, you didn't turn it to glass. They're not made of sand. All is dust. All is dust.
We're going to move on to the second Eradicator squad, also firing into the Terminators. That's 2 more hits. That's 1. That's 2 wounds.
Oh!
That's 2 wounds despite the -1 to wound. That's 2 more deads.
Oh
Hey,
no!
we've killed 3 of those Rubrikai Terminators.
Why have you failed me, Chaos Gods?
Yes. The Repulsor has just opened up with his Las Talon, pinging off the invulnerable saves of the Rubrikai Terminators. The defensive array and the Twin Heavy Bolters, however, do manage to cut down 6 of the Zangor. Manias Calgar advances forward. He's still allowed to shoot, and the Gauntlets of Ultramar rip 2 of the Rubrikai apart. Nice damage to weapons. Artemis's squads open up on the 3 Rubrikai before them, and unfortunately the Hazardous does kill the Sergeant, but not before we cut 2 of the Rubrikai down. The Intercessors open up point blank into the back of that Rubrikai Sorcerer, unfortunately inflicting no damage.
Heavily armored cape.
We're going to open up with the Redemptor against the Rubrikai Terminators, which are smashing through the ruins towards the now open relic. Unfortunately, the Onslaught Gatling Cannon, the Icarus Rocket Pod, and the Storm Bolters have done nothing.
You've ruined the paintwork on the building.
It's Macroplasma time.
Oh.
We are overcharging.
Oh, that's a lot of
7
shots.
shots.
That's a lot.
These Terminators must die. Okay. Bringing it to 3. We wound with 2.
Oh, okay.
That's 1 for each. One is dead. One is dead.
One.
Damage 3.
Oh, you've turned him into...
Damage 3. My hazardous check. That's 3 damage to me.
It is.
And to you.
Eye for an eye.
Yes. Okay. The ballistus then trains both of his heavy weapons onto that lone sorcerer.
It's hot in
Let's
this
open
ruin.
with the crack missile, shall... You're not -1 to wound anymore, are you?
No.
Although the crack missile is straight 10, so that is 2 wounds. But it is only -2, -1 because you're in cover. Oh, 1 goes through. That's D6 damage. He's alive on 1 wound.
He's level 3 wounds, thank you very much.
Oh, because of course he's the full-on character.
He's a full-on Thousand Sun sorcerer in Terminator armor.
The ballistus las cannon, sir. The ballistus las cannon. That's 2 hits. La 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 la. That's 2 wounds. These are effectively -2. Well, you got an invuln anyway. Okay, all right. Don't even worry about it. How many wounds? How many wounds has he got left?
I'm gonna have to spend a CP.
Okay. Oh, there you throw dice at me!
Oh, I do make that.
So he's alive on how many wounds? 3 wounds.
He's alive on 3 wounds, yes.
I do not like it. Going to kick off this fight phase with the Redemptor into your Hellbrute. You can't interrupt. So you've only got 1 CP left. The Redemptor seeks redemption. He hits you 3 times. The Redemptor wounds you twice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would be a destroyed Hellbrute.
I'm saving my CP.
For Imra, is it?
Maybe.
Okay, damage 3 on the Hellbrute. He's dead.
Does he explode?
He's dead, because he only had 2 wounds.
He doesn't explode, but between the tank shock and then just being uppercutted into the moon, he is no more.
Okay, very nice. The Intercessors have opened up with their combat blades against that Terminator Sorcerer, sadly to no avail. However, with the Redemptor, the massive gauntlet did manage to crush this character to death. Nice. And finally, over here, it's eradication time. Combat blades raised, goatmen dead. Artemis next. So one of the Rubricae is dead because of the Hammers of Wrath from the Assault Marines. I'm just going to do Artemis into the fresh squad and then we'll see how that goes. So we are in Assault Doctrine. Ooh. Okay, so we've got that many hits. Artemis! He wounds you 6 times
I believe
with his relic blade.
I think, is this like...
Yeah, I get an extra AP.
Is AP 3?
Well, it's certainly AP 2. Why don't we start with that? 2 pass, but oh my goodness, that's 4. He wipes that unit. Artemis!
Oh, what a weapon!
Well, the remaining Assault Marines managed to cut down the final Sorcerer there. So that means Artemis has got a clean sweep with that flag over there. We now have the fight
here it is.
The battle. This is Calgar versus Imra. First, we have a Victrix on a guard.
A little starter. I presume you're epic challenging with Calgar into
Imra.
Imra.
The CP on epic challenge, but the Victrix on a guard is just striking as per normal. He does hit you on 2s.
Ooh. Yeah, this is the moment target as well, isn't it?
It is. Strength 5. Do you have a -1 to wound?
No.
You don't have a -1 to wound.
Just rubric men.
3 wounds then at -2.
I do have a 4-pin one though.
Okay. Oh, well done. Okay, so then this means it's Calgar just into Imra.
Mano.
Okay, we have 6 attacks. Wait a moment. Okay, that's 6 hits.
Oh.
We will be winning you on 2s here. It's 6 wounds.
Right.
It is. Oh my. Right. That is.
Butts.
It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 damage.
Look, I mean, I'll do Destined by Fate to turn one of them to 0.
Okay, it's 3, 6, 9, 12 damage.
Calgar, you cannot beat. He just grabs the disc and beats him.
Yeah, he probably does. He grabs the disc, throws him down, picks him up, Savage. Calgar has really come through there because, of course, the extra hits there did kill 2 Rubrikites. So that's carry over. So, okay, that is my turn. The relic is not secured, but I have killed the goat men that were threatening it, and I have managed to kill the Terminators that were near it too.
When you say it's not secured, I have the 2 legs of my Hell Brutes and these 5 rubrics.
Yes, you don't have anything near that relic now.
No.
As we go into your turn 4, do you?
No, and I think, to be honest, with Imura being punched so hard he ceases to exist, his hold on the rubric starts to fade anyway. And I imagine they start to crumble and wither as that connection is severed, as his head's been decapitated with his altered disc.
Yes.
Well played, my good
Very
sir.
much. Thank you very much. But at what cost?
At what cost?
Titus's life. Chiron, Gadriel.
They're not dead.
What's that I hear? Oh, it's a Guardian relic.
Ah, nice.
Resuscitation.
Nice.
It's in the game. It's law.
It is. It's law now. It's allowed. It's allowed. You hear someone whisper, "You must stand up."
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, what a fun game.
Yeah.
That was a ton of fun.
Thank you. Yeah,
like,
it was
it's
really
always
enjoyable.
great seeing the Ultramarines just do wicked stuff.
Yeah. Conversely as well, though, I thought the Thousand Suns with their epic amount of firepower that they can level, they're really nasty.
Yeah, like obviously I wanted to take stuff that's as close to Space Marine 2 as possible.
Yeah.
But if you lean into your Terminators and your Rubiks, they're a spicy army. They can do some bits. They're really, really cool.
Well, look, we hope that you have enjoyed this brutal matchup, reenacting, if you like, Space Marine 2. Homage to Space Marine 2. Would you like to see more like this? We hope so. If you enjoyed this battle report, leave us a like. Maybe even give us a subscribe if you really liked it. Come follow us on demand.
Oh, yes.
Where we have many more released every single week.
We do indeed.
For now, I have been Lawrence. You have been the Bard, the 1000th son.
The 1000th.
And the other 1000th son has been the chef on our 1s and 2s.
Hello, goodbye.
Farewell for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.